Hey guys, thought I'd make a video discussing motors and pedals and things you guys should watch for if you're gonna work on machines like I do. What I'm going to talk about here is on this machine. This is my Model 128 that I recently been working on. There's other videos on it. This machine here has a motor on it, and this motor here is made in Canada, and this is from a 1948 model. Now this motor that I have here, even though it has the same sort of setup with the boss and the motor looks the same and everything, this one's adjustable and has two positions. So I'm thinking because it can be adjusted for a larger machine if it has to go on to like a full-size machine, because this is only a 3/4 size. So, but this motor also is made in Great Britain. So one thing you want to watch for if you're going to be swapping out motors is it made in the same country? Is it the same type of motor? You can see the label on this one is on the top. This one is on the back. Same, and make sure that this wiring is in the proper positions. Now, I'm pretty sure it's standard how Singer wires it, but the reason why I always say make sure that these are in the same spot that these are if you're going to be swapping out motors is because people work on these too. Not just me, but I get these worked on prior to me owning them. So don't just go ahead and grab a pedal and plug it in and assume that because it looks the same or it's a Singer motor that it's going to be wired the same. So just keep that in mind. And the reason I say that is here's a cord that I got with a recent machine. I can tell that somebody has been in here. They've lost the bolts from this one. It's in pretty rough shape. But see how it's held together with string? How do I know that they have wired things properly when it comes to this cord? So should I just grab this cord and plug it in and give it a test? Well, you got to be cautious on stuff like that, because the last thing you want to be doing is plugging this in, hooking it up to your machine, and finding out that it's the power that goes to the light and your motor will go full throttle and now your machine's running at full speed. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be swapping out motors and you got cords that look like this, make sure that everything is correct. Okay, so for example, this machine that I got, I have the pedal here. The pedal is perfect on it. It was in good condition when I got it, and it worked. Everything was original. So I knew right away that this I can put into here and see how my light's not on. Now my light will work. I know everything's wired properly on this motor. But would I just automatically plug this into here, assuming it's the same? I wouldn't just do that. You want to make sure that all these wires underneath it here are in the same spot on these motors here. Just keep that in mind if you're going to be changing motors. The reason why I say that is this motor here obviously is off another machine. I'm going to be putting this on my 115. So I got to test this motor still, and I'm going to set up a pedal with it because I have a few pedals that need some refurbishing as well. So I'm going to refurbish a bunch of stuff to put on my 115, make it electric because it was a treadle machine. So anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd discuss that a little bit. Hope that helps you guys. You know, if you're going to get into getting these machines like I do in rough condition and bringing them back to life, keep in mind when you're swapping out motors and pedals and stuff like that, that electrical is something you want to take your time with and make sure everything's right. And you've seen the light in a previous video. Actually, I have it right here. I can guarantee you somebody plugged this in before checking the wiring, because that is melted together. That's not age. That was an electrical malfunction. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody plugged something in without checking it first, and that could have been very dangerous. Because you gotta remember, these machines are all steel. Can you imagine if you had your hand on this machine and you plugged it in with this wiring? You might as well just put your hand right inside that plug, because you're gonna get zapped. So keep that in mind, guys. Electrical is something on these machines that, yeah, Singer made these motors great and they did a good job. Like this machine here has the fiberglass wrap on the and this motor is actually off the machine with the melted cord, because on this section of cloth wrap wiring right here, there's melted plastic or rubber from the old wire that used to go to it that ran to the light. So fortunately for me, these wires are in perfectly good condition. I'm still going to inspect them. I'm going to go over this motor carefully before I do anything with it. But still, Just because it looks good doesn't mean it is. So you want to be cautious, and I will be putting testers on this and checking all my wiring before I run this motor or anything. But there you go, guys.